Hi students, this is Miss Gaines, your media specialist, and today I'd like to speak to you about search engines and subject directories. Your teachers tell me that y'all are getting ready to do science projects and that you need some help with internet research. So, as we move along, I hope that this information will be useful to you and that it will help you and guide you as you go about doing your for science. One tool that y'all are very familiar with is Google. Google is a search engine. That means it's what most people use to search the web. Some examples are AltaVista, Direct Hit, and the one that we like the best, Google. You know that Google is what comes up on all of our computers at school. It's the default search engine, but there are others that you can use. And it is known as a search engine. I want you to keep that in mind. Search engine. You will hear it again. Now, search engines don't really search the internet. And even though this is called internet research, it really should be called computer research because Google just searches its own site. It searches itself. It does some self-detective work. Now, a search engine sends out what they call robots or bots. And these robots go out and visit websites and read word by word, and then they use them to find words, to find sites. They're like doing an investigation almost. They put the robots to work. This creates a huge database of websites that are gathered and indexed by the words, by the actual words that you put in. And that's why I express to you that keywords are so important. You have to have in mind what you're looking for. You can't just go with a blank and just say, I'm looking for a tree. Well, you need to be a little more specific. What type of tree are you looking for? Or what kind of information are you looking for about trees? When using a search engine, you need to have specific keywords because it's already going to give you, as this says, millions of links, lots and lots of links when the database is created. Now, as you see Google here, this Google is doing a search and it's doing it on internet research. It's the words, and you will notice how Google highlights the words to let you know that those were the keywords that you were looking for, and that's how they indexed the searches that you were looking for with the keywords that you put in. So getting access depends on the keywords that you put in. And as you can see, it gives you the links plus the little information about that link. Now we're going to move on to something that is called a subject directory. A subject directory is also a database of websites and references, but it's not organized by the keywords, it's organized by the category or the subject. That's a big difference, the category or the subject, not the keywords. A category, for instance, could be science projects. That's a category. And that's how they index or give you databases for the subject directories based on the category or the subject that you're looking for. They're set up a little differently than search engines, as you'll see as we go along. They're filed almost like when you're putting things in order or when you're sorting things. They're kind of sorted into categories instead of by using keywords. And Yahoo is probably the most popular subject directory there is. Everybody knows about Yahoo, but one of my favorites is about.com. It takes the idea a step further with subject guides for selected subjects or topics. It's a little more in-depth than Yahoo, but everybody likes Yahoo because of the way it's laid out and you're familiar with it, and it's real catchy, isn't it? Yahoo! Very catchy. But it is a well-known subject directory. And remember, they're set up by category. You find your links using a subject or a category. And as you can see, it's set up differently than from Google. You don't have the links there right away. The search engine looks a little different. And this is a subject directory. On a subject directory, the subjects are organized by people. That means that actual people, not robots, go in and look for various sites on various things, and then they catalog them and add them to the site, to the Yahoo. And you can usually be more sure that the searches will make a little more sense sometimes than when you just put in keywords on Google. And I'm sure you Googled enough to know that you may put in a keyword and you may get something that you go, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about or looking for. And that's why you might want to start with a subject directory instead of a search like Google first. So, on the subject directory, you will not often, they won't provide you with ranked websites. That means they don't put them in any kind of order as far as what's most important. Instead, you're going to get a broad index that's related to your topic. Then it's going to be divided into subheadings, almost like your textbooks. You know how you'll have chapters, and then from the chapters you'll have subheadings? That's what Yahoo does. So you should be very familiar with that. Now, to get started on your science projects, use a subject directory first before you try using a search engine. I know you're very familiar and want to go straight to Google, but try it a little differently this time. Start with Yahoo. Use the subject. If you're looking for water cycle, that would be your topic. It will give you subheadings to go with that, different things. If you're just looking for science projects, that would be a good category if you haven't decided what you want to do. Your teacher said you needed just some guidance on what to do with the internet. You want to get as fewer links as possible, because when you have a whole lot of links, it's confusing. You don't know which one to choose. So if you start with a subject directory and then get some information from there, then you can use more specific questions that give you better or more concise keywords and go straight to your search engines and help yourself to have a wonderful, very successful blue ribbon science project. Don't forget to visit the Web 202 that's called Flipped Resources, and they'll give you some activities that you can do to go along with this, or some more information if you need it. Okay, happy hunting.